Now, interim Defense Minister Naftali Bennett from the Yamina party has refused today to return to the post of Education Minister as part of the Likud's latest proposal for forming a coalition. So while the Yamina party consists of several long-standing Netanyahu allies, it looks like they'll be joining the opposition. And joining us now with more on these coalition talks is Chairman of Israel Media Watch, Ziv Maor. Ziv, thanks so much for being with us. Now,
thank you for having me.
All right, now Bennett's party received a very generous proposal that includes 2 ministries for education and either Jerusalem or health, control over several important Knesset committees, and significant power in the coalition. Why are they shutting this down?
Well, ego. This is the answer they have to give. And it's not only the ego of the politicians at hand, but also of the public that have elected them. That is to say that the Jewish Front is, by definition, a sectorial party. Okay, the Yamina party is a sectorial party that represents people like me, people that have this kind of cloth on their head. This is a sector in Israel. It has a very identifiable margins and boundaries between other sectors, and they believe to be the ideological core of the Israeli right. And by this virtue, they wish that the government could grant them power that is bigger than their actual electoral power. This is a sectorial ego rather than the ego of the representatives themselves. I do believe that the offer was, on one hand, generous. On the other hand, it indeed does not represent the magnitude that this group has over the ideological core of the Israeli right wing. And I do think that given the coalition that is being formed in front of our eyes, the better thing for both this sector and for those representatives, which I greatly appreciate, is to be waiting in the opposition until the government and the coalition will crumble.
All right, so you think that Yamina did the right thing by their voters?
Yes, I do. I do think that there is no way for this coalition to actually promote right-wing policy, apart from the annexation of Judea and Samaria, of the Trump plan, which is agreed upon in the coalition agreement. And one must also ask to what extent this decision, this agreement, will actually be executed, given many circumstances. But either way, Yamina will not have any effect on any right-wing policy in the forming coalition, even when it regards to its core value, which is the annexation of Judea and Samaria. Well, in these circumstances, I do believe that the right place to be is in the opposition and to gain power through there.
All right. Well, I want really quickly then to just jump to some rumors that Yamina might be splitting because members within that party maybe don't agree with that direction. Do you think that there's any credence to that? Might Bennett be left to sit in the opposition while Smotrich and others split and go with the coalition?
Well, I like to look at those things from the ideological perspective rather than the small political one. And I do believe that the Yamina itself is a coalition party of 3 various parties, each of which has different relations with state and religion issues and security issues, etc. So given that this is not indeed an organic party, separation of it is quite natural. Now, this is exactly what happened in the Knesset that presided between 2009 and 2013. And they indeed split it. There was a portion of the party that formed the right-wing bloc. Back then, it was called the Jewish House.
But you don't think that's going to happen this time?
I do believe, I hope this is going to happen because it's going to give them great strength. On one hand, some of them will be ministers and will be executing policies from within the government, and another part will be supervising and giving a right-wing criticism of the government's action.
All right. Well, it'll be really interesting to see how that goes. We have 2 weeks for that to occur. Ziv, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.